Teaser.
Let's go. Right now.
How does the verses? How's the song go?
It goes,
Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. We're past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. Sometimes we get sick of love. It seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehave. You've made your mistakes, and we both still got room left to grow.
My name's Evan. This is my co-host, Cole.
What's popping off?
I feel like I could be a Disney prince.
Cole just solved global warming right now.
Juice WRLD recently released a song, and he actually has passed away. I think Taylor Swift's overrated.
The #1 podcast on Mars. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Run the Culture podcast, the #1 podcast on Mars. Cole,
What's
I'm
good?
having like a little bit of a crisis.
Why? Is it because you tried rapping again?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I've never tried.
Well, at Rhythm Night, you were rapping, and I was like, you know what? You
kind of brought that out of me. I had like maybe half a bar, and then
you were going crazy. I was like, pass it to Evan. Pass it to Evan.
No.
I remember what you
mean.
My crisis is
Okay, what is it?
I've heard that the crying emoji is dead. Like
The
that, like the
which
crying
one?
laughing.
Yeah.
Like
It's not cool with the
like,
kids no more.
You're a boomer if you use that.
Yeah. It's like I knew.
That is all I use.
I had a feeling
That's all
that
I
it
use.
was not cool anymore when my grandma was like texting me. She's like, "Hey Coley, have a great day. Love you. You know God loves you too. Be blessed." Crying, laughing emoji. And I was like, you know what? Her finger did not slip. Like she meant to send that, and I was like, if this is getting into
so it's confirmed
for sure.
Dang.
And my grandma also has she's a tech savvy grandma, but this takes me into a conversation that I've been dying to have.
Okay.
Why do people who are older than like 30 forget how to use emojis?
I don't think they ever learned.
No, but because like, how old are you right now?
26.
You know how to use an emoji, right?
Yeah.
So hypothetically, my mom will be like, she'll send me weird texts like, have a great day at work, or you look so good today, and then send this emoji. And I'm like, Mom, are you trying to slide? What does that mean? Do y'all not experience this? Do your mom be...
Let's get our guest take on this. We got the one and only Will Wilson
What's
Will
good?
in
Wilson.
the building.
Listen.
One half of the hoodie dads is here,
And
man.
one half, and we got Elijah.
Do the dash.
Welcome back.
Do the
Do the
dash.
dash. What do y'all think?
Do y'all parents be sending y'all weird emojis?
Is emoji choice that important?
I don't be thinking about it like that, man.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones. He be on some welcome weird face. Do you not think about your emoji selection, or you just be like, this one looks smooth, let me pick it?
No, I don't think about it at all.
Do you use emojis?
Not a ton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't feel like I use them a ton,
Okay.
but I don't know, man.
Elijah, he stays on the skulls.
Yeah.
You heavy on the skulls.
Y'all ever
Heavy
hit the
on-
wrong emoji and then
Yeah.
just send the text?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And then I
I
just
tried to
play it
hit the
off.
heart emoji the other day, and I accidentally sent the moaning emoji.
Dang.
That was tough.
Who'd you?
There's
who'd you
no
send it
bouncing
to?
back from that.
I can't remember who. It was someone. It was an adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was someone that I did not want to be sending the moaning.
But Will, speaking of being built different, I was talking about you this morning.
Were you saying good stuff?
No, I was talking like to you.
Oh.
I was talking about you this morning. To you.
When did your voice stop getting deep?
I liked Evan's answer before we turned the cameras on, which was like it's getting deeper all the time.
All the time?
getting deeper.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as deep as it used to be,
Mhm.
or I'm just used to hearing my own voice.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? One or the other. But I just remember like one day I woke up at like 14, 15, and my voice was just deep all of a sudden. I did not have this like gradual, like puberty. My voice is cracking in front of the whole class. Like one day I just woke up and it was butter like this, and I'm blessed, man. You know.
Dang.
What can you say?
What can I say, man?
God
No
God
different.
just loves you. That's correct. I went through puberty mad late, so my voice was high and squeaky up until I was about 16.
No way.
There's literally videos, like the
Really?
dating advice
You gotta
video.
show me one of these videos.
The dating advice video on the Elevation Youth.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like the
yeah,
third video we put up.
It took me a while to put two and two together that was you.
Yeah, it took me
Yeah.
a while to be like, oh wait, that's me. I look back and I'm like, what the heck was my fit? What was my drip? Like, what was I talking about?
Drip
This
was dry
man.
back then for sure.
Oh, there was no drip.
Dry.
There was, and you know,
Thing
like
was dried
I
up.
knew my drip was bad when my mom would be posting on her Facebook. Look at my son in this video, and I'm like, That's how I. That's how I know.
Shout out to the moms.
Yeah,
Shout out to
moms.
going
Moms,
crazy on Facebook.
they like that's how you know they love you when they can post some
my
stuff
mom
on Facebook.
was like, I'm never getting on Facebook ever.
Mm.
And now that she's on it, she's probably top 3 most active people.
on the entire
whole
app.
platform. On the whole platform.
It's like
Multiple
Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
Trump before he got kicked off, and then my mom.
And then,
Most active people on Facebook right
Yeah.
now.
That's funny.
I'm trying to get like Will's mom. I don't even have a Facebook. I've never found the need to have it. I'm just not in that era.
So I don't know. Like, you're 26.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just turned 30. 19.
I'm 19.
You don't even know what Facebook is. So
I know it's like the biggest one
Oh, okay.
out of all of
them.
them.
I didn't know if you knew.
It has like the most users.
I didn't know if you knew.
I don't have one.
I just figured that. So, like, for me, I'm on Facebook just because my family's on there.
Okay.
And I feel terrible saying this, but it's the way that I allow them to see my kids grow up.
You don't just text them.
I feel like it's almost like a storage device.
It is.
Like I'll kind of save photos on there.
It's the way, like,
That's about all
before
it's good
Google
for.
Photos was a thing.
Is
My wife and I would just send all the pictures of our kids to each other on, like, Facebook? Messenger.
really?
Dang, that's kind of
So
smart.
if we scrolled through, like, we have
That's
all
the
of their,
archive.
like, that's really the archive. It's the place that I go. Like, I don't think I'm super active on it, but, like,
yeah.
unless
You
I got
just be
something to
going
say.
there to like, let me look back.
Not really.
Oh.
I'm not a super reflective person,
Okay.
but I know it's there. But the
Okay.
reason I'm on there is so, like, my wife can tag me and all the stuff
Yeah.
and make it seem like
For sure.
she makes me seem like I'm way more active on there than I actually am.
So like, when is an optimal time to go on Facebook? I've been like I've been thinking about lately, like, what am I doing in my moments of silence or just doing nothing?
Facebook is like the ocean at the beach on Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
The water's cold.
Okay.
Just got to get past that part. Once you get in, you'll be fine. But there is no best time to do it. Does that make sense? Like, there's no. You ever been to the beach on Memorial Day weekend? It's like it's May, so
Yeah.
like the weather's better, but the water ain't. The
You're
water.
like, I should enjoy this more,
But
Okay.
but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll take
It
it
is
for
what
what
it
is.
is.
yeah,
I
that's
understand.
what
We're
it
all
is.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
I'll just take
Yeah.
whatever comes
Yeah.
up.
It's not. I've never gotten off of Facebook and been like, man, I'm so glad that I was
I
on here
logged
just
in
now."
today.
Do you think Facebook is the equivalent to old people how Instagram is to us? Or TikTok is to people, not us, but Gen Zers?
Man, I think for older people, Facebook served its Genesis purpose, which was
Okay.
like the place where people connect.
Yeah.
So I think for older people, like, who are my mom's age, stuff like that, they're getting on there and finding people they haven't seen since middle school, high school. You know what I'm saying? I might get in trouble for this, but my mom's dad had a daughter from a different marriage, and they hadn't talked to her in years.
Wow.
And one dad was like, "What's her name?" And looked her up and was like, "Is it this lady?"
That's
Dang.
crazy.
It was the first person that came up. We weren't friends, had no mutual friends.
That's crazy.
So I think for older people, it serves like that purpose of like,
Yeah.
they get reconnected with people they knew. I
Yeah.
think from like, I'm 30, so this is the only way people I went to high school with, which by the way, I don't talk to any of them anymore.
Yeah.
This is the only way I'm even like aware of their existence, kind of a thing.
Do you remember a time before social media?
Yes. Simpler times.
How do
Me and
how,
Elijah were kind of talking about
Yeah.
that the other day. Like, I was like, do you, like,
was
you
not even-
basically have grown
he was
up and
born
there-
into
there's
an era of
always
social
been
media.
social media.
There's always been social media. I just didn't have it till I turned, like, I don't even know, like 11.
When you got a
12.
phone? Is
yeah.
that, yeah,
I feel like I
Yeah.
had it on the iPad though.
yeah.
Like I used to have an
oh
iPod.
my gosh. I remember I used to take pictures for Instagram on my iPad.
Yeah.
Like in the bathroom mirror, and I thought I would be like 10, and I could not wait
That
till I
big
get.
ol-
I got like, when I got 10 likes, I would get so excited because it would not show the people's names no more.
It, would go,
Oh.
it was 11 likes.
Yeah.
It would
Yes.
Go to,
Yeah,
like,
the
it would go
Instagram?
to the number. Yeah. That's
Oh
what-
my!
That's-
no,
Only the originals know about
but
that.
I
on Instagram.
remember, like, there was an era I did not grow. Even though I grew up in a social media era, I did not. There was time when I went outside to play. Like, I've been told, you smell like outside. All growing up, my childhood. Have you ever been told that?
Smell like outside?
Yeah. You don't know what that
Oh,
means?
I mean, I smell bad. Yeah. I've never been like,
I mean,
I've never
that,
heard that
exact
phrasing.
language is like older black people.
Oh, okay.
That's-
So, like,
dang,
if you go play
I'm uncultured.
outside,
Thank you for
you go play
culturing me.
outside, right? You come inside, your mom or grandma will be like, you smell like outside.
Yeah.
Go back outside or go shower.
Yeah.
But like that's what we would do instead of like hopping on TikTok or we'd be like outside playing with the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
Is that like I don't even think this.
I used to be on the block.
You used to be, huh?
I used to be on the block playing with my friends.
You used to be on the
On
block.
the block.
Playing with your
cul-de-sac?
In the cul-de-sac, bro.
Will, what was your
Scooting
first
around?
interaction with social media?
It was like 2006, I think.
Wow.
I was a freshman or junior, freshman or sophomore in high school, and somebody had created a MySpace page, and they were roasting like the popular kids at our school,
Yeah.
but it was anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to Gaithersburg High School. Shout out GHS, home of the Trojans. I went to Gaithersburg, and it was like, it was something. The page name was like anonymous G Berg or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just roasting everybody. And I just remember.
Did you get roasted?
Everybody talking about it. One time I got roasted because my head has always been this size. I was just like 200 pounds lighter. And when I found out who did it, like who was on it,
Yeah.
who was running the page, I caught him in the courtyard, which was like, this is prime high school days of like in the courtyard before all the buses leave, where it's a bunch of people standing around.
Okay.
And they told me who was running the page, and I roasted that person for a good 20 minutes, and they cried.
What'd you hit him with?
I can't repeat it.
Oh my God. Those are
figured.
like optimal moments.
Dang.
When like you forget about social media in those moments when you just with your friends roasting.
It was rough.
There's
Yeah.
no fear that can compare to when somebody's getting roasted and you're laughing too loud and they say, I know you not laughing. Your stomach sinks because you be like, I'm a bystander. I wasn't trying to get roasted. I was just here for a good time.
Good times, man.
Did y'all school ever have like couples accounts? Like where they would like
No.
See
That's
that?
supposed-
like the
I'm too
name
old
of
for
the
that.
school and then couples, and
See-
then they would post like a slide with you and then a girl.
And,
And then
is it
the
like
worst?
people who should date or people who are
Yeah.
dating?
No, people like they would like couple people together who weren't dating.
Dang.
And it would
Who would
be
you be
two
getting
people-
coupled with?
I mean, I don't even remember, to be honest, but I just remember like
This is high school, right?
yeah.
So like last
Well,
year.
they
Yeah.
would put there was like everyone would always be trying to start a new couples account. It was like a
Dang.
thing.
Huh.
There was like 5 ones.
What are
throughout my
the-
whole? But the worst thing would be they wouldn't really put people with ugly people.
Yeah.
They would just put you with like a hot person, and then the hot person at school they'd be like nah, and they'd be like,
Dang,
why would they put me with them?
dang.
And then it's just
Dang.
like, that's the worst
That's
thing
low
that could happen.
key. That's
That's-
low key
'Cause you would be-
cyberbullying.
No, you would be getting all
That's
hyped
worse
up
than cyberbullying.
because it's like you got put with like a hot girl.
You be in the comment.
And then in school, you
Yeah.
hear that she's telling everyone like, "Bro, I can't believe they put me with da 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 da."
They
For real.
Pain.
It's like
That
you ever
sounds
been in a
rough.
position
Yeah.
to where you're like, you think someone likes you and you got to play it off like you don't care because you're like, dang, they,
yeah.
back
they're-
when girls used to be like,
hey, my
I
friend,
know
like,
who
friend-
likes you, but I can't. I can't say.
tell
oh
you.
my- nothing would get me more mad than when a girl was like, I know who likes you, but I can't say. Or they would like pretend, they'd be like, who do you like? And you'd be like, I can't tell you because it was them. And then they'd be like, please just tell me. And then when you finally tell them it's
Oh.
them, they would act surprised.
What?
Oh, I thought it was like blah blah blah. I didn't know it was me. I like you as a friend. And then
Yeah.
you'd be
And
like,
then you're
dang.
like,
you're like, dang.
I swear,
now I feel like
girls
a
just-
clown.
True
Oh.
question. Y'all spend a lot of time in the friend zone?
Not anymore.
I have spent my whole my whole career in the friend zone until
Yeah.
last year.
When I was
met
a kid,
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's
Shout
like, what's
out.
good, baby?
I was like,
Mackenzie
really?
revived you.
I was like, she's about 10 points out of my league.
Way.
So she broke the charts.
She
and I
came
was like,
into the
wait.
gulag, got you, brought you
Yeah,
back into the game.
yeah, I was in the I stayed in the
That's
gulag.
funny.
And they kept bringing me back in the gulag. And I'm like, I got to get out of here.
And she was like, I got you.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I stayed
Praise
in the
God.
friend zone. I got friend zoned often.
And now, I feel like now you're like retaliating.
I feel like you had a
all
glow
you
up.
do these days is put girls in the
I do
friend
know.
zone.
That sounds bad. I don't do that.
You do.
I just,
No, you're just a friendly guy.
Dang.
so, hard segue here.
So what I was thinking was, no, there was one more point though.
Dang.
I'm
not a friendly guy, by the way.
I wasn't a friend
I'm a
zone
nice.
guy.
You weren't.
No.
What, you just took every offer that came your way?
No.
Your voice sounded like this for a while, though. I didn't sound like this till I was like 17. So,
I was like, I've always been funny,
okay.
and I can sing.
Sing.
I mean, that's a deadly
something.
combo.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
Yeah,
a
see?
deadly combo.
So like,
I hate these worship leader
I-
guys that can just the guys.
I'm
Will
trying to
comes-
get Will to sing on the
Will
mic
gets
right
on
now.
the
so
mic.
like
just give us
Like
a,
right now.
the thing, the song that was a game changer for me was John Legend's "Ordinary People."
I've never heard that.
This dude is coming
Oh
out there
my
singing
goodness.
"Ordinary People" to girls.
When I first heard that song, I was
Hide
like,
your
oh,
what?
Just give us a
Hide your girl
teaser.
right
Sing,
now.
sing just it for us. Give us a teaser.
It was over at that point.
A teaser.
Let's go.
How
Right now.
does the verses? How's the song go? Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. We're past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. Sometimes we get sick of love. Seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehave. You've made your mistakes, and we both still got room left to grow.
Wow.
After
That's
that,
cool.
bro, I was like,
Yeah, I mean, after you
I
said
love you playing the keys too.
That's the only way I
It's
can remember
just
it.
instinct.
you had me at girl. You had me at girl. I
Oh.
can't lie.
He had me when he put his
The
hands on
thing
the
that
table.
after that, it was like any girl I wanted. I just got to
That's-
get you to the practice room.
That's crazy.
If I could make you laugh long enough to get to the practice room at the high school where the pianos were,
crazy.
oh, okay. I was like, is this
So your
slang?
intro was
is
the
this old
comedy.
people slang? What the
Always.
heck is the
And
practice
then
room?
your
always,
Practice
man.
room.
hook was the
Until I
Wow.
met my wife, and then it was like, that's a whole different,
Do you sing for
you
her?
know. I used to, for sure.
For real?
Do y'all remember Magic Piano?
That was
the
it.
the
man.
app?
That was it.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I used to do.
That was
back
one of
in
the
day.
original apps.
Before we had social media and stuff, I would hop on Magic Piano, and I could have sworn that I could have sworn
Dang.
I was Stevie Wonder.
Dang.
And then I got on a real piano, and I can't even play a chord.
That's funny.
That's like this is what I've been wondering, because you talk to people like.
Well, I heard you were nice at the trumpet.
I used to be really nice at the trumpet.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Bro,
trying
why
to get
don't
you
you
to
play
play
trumpet
on
no
the
more?
I would love to see
That
him
That would be
pull
a,
a
that would be
trumpet
a
out.
killer opener for a rhythm night.
I
or
was
something like
first chair.
I can't
Sure.
imagine this dude taking his trumpet out,
You-
polishing.
Getting the
that.
cleaning the
You-
mouthpiece.
Hold up.
I was
You
first
center
chair.
stage at Ballantyne,
In a trumpet.
Spotlight.
Like, I
No,
would-
like that. What's the Chance the Rapper song the trumpet is on?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Huh?
Blessings.
it
Yes,
Blessings?
bro.
Is it?
I don't know.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Either way, I used to be first chair, but kids are mean.
Kids
So I was playing. I already had developed cheekbones, but I started playing trumpet, and it's a constant puckering motion. You gotta, and then my cheekbones got really
And
developed.
then my jawline.
Like it would
came
just be
in.
like apples sitting on my face, and kids
Dang.
just started making fun of me. They were like,
Dang.
they were like,
you
Cole
got
gets
some
Botox.
cheekbones.
Cole and they were like, Cole got surgery for those cheekbones, and when I'm in 7th grade, they were like, Cole has girl cheekbones. I'm like, dang, this is starting to hurt. So I just quit.
Dang.
Never looked back at the trumpet.
How long has it been since you played?
Last time I played the trumpet was about 9th grade. I went home, tried to play it again to see if I was still nice at it. But since 9th grade, I've not played the trumpet.
Dang. You should pick it back up, bro.
I'll start going home and training again. It was something I did. It was like,
You ain't gonna start training again.
I will.
I need you to play on a beat. Like, you know the song.
You'll make a beat if I play the trumpet?
Bro, we need to do something like hot. But
Okay.
how did they play hot? Did they have multiple trumpets playing at the same time?
You can
Or
stack
it's just like you.
We can stack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just record
Get one
multiple-
person and
We
like.
can stack it.
I
Fine.
don't, but it was cool.
I'm playing. Keys
I was
on
not
whatever-
allowed
I'm
to
playing,
play the.
I'm
Bro.
playing keys on whatever that is.
Okay.
Say
Okay.
less.
Let's make
Bro,
our own
crazy.
band.
Have Will rap on the
I got
Evan, you
that.
play the cowbell?
Oh, I got that.
People don't know I
cowbell
rap,
on
bro.
lock.
My grandpa
He
used
claims he raps.
People
You
don't
rap?
know that, bro.
But yeah, I sent him a beat and
People don't know
I
that.
haven't gotten anything back.
I know, bro.
No,
I don't
no.
know
That's
that.
the crazy thing.
when I was in high school, I used to think I was like, I'm the nicest rapper at this table. But I'm not even a good rapper.
But when you get at the lunch table,
Yeah.
it's just something
It's just
else.
something about that table. It's like the powers come on to you, and then you just be able to rap.
I'm
this
not gonna
table,
lie.
this table doesn't have those powers. I don't feel it.
I'm
But
not
that-
gonna lie. I hope I'm not the only one. Lunch was the most awkward, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I shut down at lunch, bro.
Dang, bro.
It's-
I was like,
you ain't have the drip.
I was no. I had the
So
opposite.
my freshman year, lunch was like that for me.
yeah,
Because Audrey Kell, I went to
That
Audrey
was
Kell.
every year.
It was a very big school, and if
Okay.
you were not cool, you had to sit on the floor. And my
Damn.
freshman, sophomore year, I had to sit on the floor because I had no friends.
Dang.
Then my junior year, I don't know, something happened, and I got a seat. It was cool because I would walk into the cafeteria, I would look, and my seat would be open every time because they knew that's where I would be sitting.
Yeah,
That used to be the worst
What-
thing, bro, when you're like trying to find a table to sit at. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be paying attention like that. And they're like, "Oh no, that's the seat. You can't sit there, bro." And
I've
I'm
never
just like,
See,
tell me
didn't-
where I can.
I didn't go
sit.
through that because I could roast.
yeah.
Well,
if you can earn
I
your
just wa-
spot
I
at the
didn't-
table.
I didn't want beef with anyone.
I
Like
did.
I wasn't willing to go.
I
I
did.
don't know.
You know what was
when
scary?
it was lunchtime, because we ate lunch at like 1:30. I
Okay.
was like, bro, I'm just trying to get my food. Just give me somewhere where I can sit down and eat my
Just want
food
to eat my
in
chicken
peace.
patty, bro.
I've been
Just
roasting
want-
people all
oh.
day.
I'm just trying to eat my mozzarella
I gotta
sticks.
replenish,
I gotta
bro.
replenish.
But there would be a lot of time. Y'all ever had silent lunch?
I don't know what that is.
Bro, me and the homies would be getting silent lunch.
Silent lunch is like
It's like
you did something bad, so you had to be in silence.
Teachers
silent
used to be
lunch.
giving out silent lunch like it was nothing.
No, silent lunch is when you're awkward, and we didn't really like have
Evan
Instagram.
would be having silent
we
lunch
didn't
every
we
day.
didn't like have
Instagram.
Instagram or have like anything to do on my phone. So you just got to take the blunt of that,
Of the
and you just
lunch and
eat,
be in
and you
silence.
just look
Dang.
around and see everyone else talking, and then back to it.
That was
That's
your
low
silent
key.
lunch?
that's my silent.
That's
lunch.
low key how life be sometimes. You just got to be able to eat in silence.
That's when I was with the Lord.
Dang.
For real.
That's crazy.
That's how I learned.
It's crazy that there used to be a time when there was like an awkward
Silence?
not even silence, but just like you have nothing to do. Like just now, it's
Yeah.
like kind of not awkward, but I don't know. I just default went to my phone to check it.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
What do
back,
you
back
in
in the day,
moments
they
like
didn't used to
that?
have that.
In moments like that, what do you do?
Well, nowadays you just check your phone. I don't even have anything to do. I don't even have Instagram on my phone. I just be like scrolling through the music app just to look like
Just so like the
I should
phone.
be, like,
The
going back
phone
and
is the
forth between
modern
the
day
screens.
pacifier.
just to look like I'm not.
That's
Like
deep.
Dang.
I realized it was a
Some
habit.
people still.
But you're different though, because like you're in my e group and you were
Yeah.
talking and you were like, me and my dad were just chilling, and then we came up with this thought for a volume, and I'm like, dang, maybe if I had a dad, we'd come up with thoughts for volumes, but I don't think too many kids are doing that in their silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, but that's not like my go-to.
that's not your go. All right, well, how did this come about? Because I think that's dope.
Well,
Well,
I was
maybe
just
that's a good
talking, like,
point.
I asked my dad, I was like, when you were a kid, like, okay, I put it like this, like, y'all know when you go to the grocery store and you're
Yeah.
waiting in the line
Yeah.
and you're like next up and your mom has to go grab something
The
else
worst.
and you're
Yeah.
about to like
The
and you're
worst
just by
anxiety
yourself.
ever.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
horrible. So I go on my phone, right? And I
Yeah.
asked my dad, I was like, when you were a kid, what would you have done if you got into that situation?
Great
Yeah.
question.
And he was just like, I don't know. We didn't have anything. We just stand there with nothing. And I was like,
You flirt
Kid-
with the cashier.
you're just different. But kids these days, including me, I feel like I'll never know what it's like to like not have anything to do
Sure.
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
you always have the phone, and
Yeah.
there's so much stuff you can do on there.
Okay.
So it's like you'll never know what it's like to just be in a situation where it's like, dang,
Yeah.
I'm standing here, I don't have anything to do.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes,
Because I feel like it has.
because our brains never turn off.
Yeah, like I feel like that awkwardness, those awkward moments had like forced me into either socializing with someone,
Yep.
or like
Yeah.
It's the reason I'm funny.
Yep.
yeah, like it
Those
produced
moments
that.
are the reason.
It creates a personality.
I'm funny is because like, and the thing my mom would forget was always at the far back corner of the grocery store,
Oh,
and she would have to go all the way back
Yep.
there to get it and pick up
and
10
then,
more
yeah,
things on the
she'd
way up.
find something
So
else to
for
get
me,
on
I
the way.
felt this pressure of like I got to keep this cashier entertained or laughing so that they don't notice
Yeah,
the fact that I'm not paying for this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
yeah,
I don't know where the person who is went.
yeah,
But those moments like are the ones that like that I think back to, like, man, I didn't have a comedy club to go to. Those are
Yeah.
the moments that I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what made me funny.
yeah.
Dang.
Dang. I feel like when you delete those apps, then you realize what your default is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
100%.
And I have been amazed at like when I'll delete Instagram and TikTok, how like I'll either go to like maybe it's just a replacement, but like I'll go to Pinterest and like
Yeah.
find so much inspiration.
Egg.
I'm like, oh, there's an idea for stuff that's actually gonna help me in my
Dang.
job.
Sure.
Or
You're mad healthy.
maybe it's like texting somebody
Yeah.
or like, I mean, my default's never been the Bible app, but it could be. It could be.
I try and set myself up to where my default will be the Bible app, but lately I've been realizing Instagram is not really a healthy platform.
Nope.
Like, Instagram is the grounds of cancel culture and
Yeah.
what is it called? Explicit images. Like, I had to unfollow Complex because
Same.
they keep posting images to where I'm like, this is just not anything that I want to expose myself
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But then you realize there's also other things happening on Instagram of like people will get canceled for anything and everything.
Mm.
And it's like, maybe if I was on Instagram more, I'm not getting canceled. But if I was on Instagram more, maybe I would be aware of these are the things that I should and should not say to prevent being canceled. And the sad thing is, though, a lot of people who are getting canceled are just ignorant. They're not malicious. They're getting
Yeah.
canceled for stupidity.
Yeah.
Not everybody has grace, though. So, like, if somebody says something stupid and then they get held accountable, or they're like, the next thing you know,
Grace just isn't a thing anymore.
Grace is. I mean, the humans don't know how to give grace because we can't understand it.
Facts.
Do you think that there is a positive side to cancel culture?
Yeah,
It's a learning
or
experience.
Is cancel culture the extreme version
some
of
stuff.
Yes.
We can't have tolerance for.
Like
Yeah.
if somebody
Yeah.
tweets something in 2014 and they're like, honestly, I hate black people, probably should get canceled.
I think a little bit more if what you're a part of or what you're saying is immoral, unethical,
Yeah.
illegal, then I'm like, the person that comes to mind for me is a famous R&B singer from the 90s and early 2000s that I'm like, he should have been canceled a long time ago.
yeah.
R.
Right?
Kelly?
So, yeah, right. So,
I mean, I don't know why we're dancing around this.
like,
You mean
"Let's
my
just hit this one on
mind's
the
telling
head."
me no?
I love Elijah. he said, I don't know why we're not even talking about
Hey,
it.
you know what? He obviously talking about R. Kelly.
so like, I'm all about grace, and I
Yeah.
want there to be forgiveness for people for making mistakes. I know,
But
like,
people like that.
but people like that,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, there's no, not that I'm not saying there's no grace for somebody like that, but I don't know that the benefits and
Yeah.
privileges that
Yeah.
come along with fame and a
Yeah.
large
For
following,
sure.
you should be able to enjoy versus like the Kevin Hart situation from last year or maybe the year before where he was supposed to host the Oscars, I think it was, and
Mhm.
some tweet he had put out 2012, 10 or whatever it was, that was a joke that got misunderstood and taken
Yeah.
like all that. I'm like okay,
This
Yeah.
is I don't know.
this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's
That's the kind of thing that I look at and I'm like, especially because he came out and apologized
Yeah.
and I felt like he was genuine about it and all that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No, cancel culture isn't for people like that,
Yeah.
but it's for the people who are doing wrong and deserve to not
yeah.
reap the benefits of what it means to have fame or to have a large following like that.
So me and Elijah have this conversation often. Is it what is the line of which you were able to cross when you're joking? Kevin Hart, his life is made off of jokes. And I'm going to be honest. He says you cannot get offended over jokes if someone knows that you're joking.
Hold up.
So hold on.
Let me say it like this. I think that in a perfect world, jokes should have no limits
Yeah.
when they are a joke.
For real.
But in the society that we live in, it's just not like that. So you got to like adjust and act accordingly.
For sure.
Like you can't just say anything. I think in an ideal world, you'd be able to joke about anything just for the simple fact that it's a joke.
Yeah.
But it's just not like that.
Yeah.
I
well said.
think a lot of it has to do with like who you're talking to, who's saying the joke,
Yeah.
who you're talking to. For me to make a black joke and for Elijah to make a black joke is probably going to land differently
Yep.
on the exact
True.
same crowd of people and vice versa. So I think
Yeah.
a lot of it goes into that. I think even for jokes that I've heard about black people from non-black people, if it's presented in a way that's like lighthearted, I'm like, oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I
As
can-
long as you know
yeah,
that they're not
I
like they
see
don't
the
have bad intent.
joke in that. I think sometimes when we get into some other stuff I'm like, that felt weirdly personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Like that I think is when you get into some of that.
And I think there's
that
a
weird
difference
space.
between like if you have a certain amount of if you're actually like a good person, there's
Yeah.
certain places where your mind just won't think to go.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I just think I don't know. I don't exactly know how I feel
Sure.
like.
I'm super
I feel like-
protective of comedy
Yeah. Like
because
I
it's
just
the
feel like
way I
I just see
communicate.
comedians like every single time like they get canceled for telling these jokes and I'm just like it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They
Yeah.
don't mean anything serious.
Some of my favorite videos, they'll be like, trying to pants people in the hood, and they'll be like, "Bro, it's just a joke. It's just a joke."
There's
Like,
a camera right
yeah.
there. You see?
Like, why are you?
Anything's okay if there's a camera.
Yeah,
involved.
like-
I wouldn't do that. I
Like,
wouldn't recommend
don't
that.
try and pull. I wouldn't pull somebody's pants down
Yeah.
if it was not a joke. That's
Yeah.
assault.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
I don't,
that ain't
maybe
it.
like you know what? Go. Let's just try and be intelligent.
I'm super.
That's the thing.
I'm protective of like comedy.
Your
from-
pants?
from a stand up. I'm
Oh.
protective of my pants, but of comedy, especially like from a presentation standpoint, like that. Like just because even when I get up to preach, it's often through comedy.
Yeah.
Right. I want you to laugh and get the gospel at the same time.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm super protective over that space, and I'm like, some stuff is like people are being lighthearted. It's funny, and laugh and move on. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
It
But
is
that's the
funny.
thing, like when you're up on a stage at a church, there's certain things that you're not gonna say just because it's a church.
Yeah.
That you might even say outside of the church, but you're not gonna say when you get up on the stage. So I think that's like the same way that comedy is. Like ideally, you would be able to say anything, but just because people are gonna get offended about it,
I
you
try
might
to
as well
get
just not say it.
I try to get close to the line though.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
that I think that there's
know?
value to that, but I've just learned to kind of accept the fact that like there's certain things that like if you say it, it's just not gonna be worth it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
It's
worth
gonna
it.
make more
Sure.
people mad
Sure.
Yeah.
than it
Some-
is as a funny joke.
Some battles are just not worth the
Sure.
fight, honestly.
But I
But,
I do
like-
think that like ideally, as long as it's in a joking context, anyone would be able to say anything
Sure.
that they want. But that's
Yeah.
just not how culture is.
I feel like you just gotta KYP, know your personnel, know what type of jokes you're saying, and know what the room you're in. You gotta just be smart.
the room.
Also, I know that throughout this week, I'm gonna try and find a lunch table so I can get my powers
I
back.
need to redeem it.
I need to see if we still got that. I still got it.
Can I
If
sit at your lunch table?
You can sit at my lunch table.
I kind of feel like we're
Oh,
at
you
a
gotta-
lunch
you
table
gotta
right
sit
now.
on
That's what
boy.
you gotta do. Like throughout the week, go ahead and share. Be like, hey, you're invited to my lunch table.
Dang.
That's a vibe.
That's it.
You're invited to my lunch
That's a
table.
vibe.
This has been good talk, y'all.
Oh,
I
man.
feel like the only possible way to go throughout is the acapella walk on water. Boom. I'd rather.
Is nice.
Youth Nation.